Hello and welcome to King March live show where we create a positive impact to both your life and lifestyle. So today we are going to continue with antenatal care clinics. If you are joining for the first time, please subscribe and like those videos. So today we are going to be discussing much in about the tests which we do, and briefly in summary we check what are the main important tests that we do and their significance in maternal health care. So without ado, we are going to check on the major tests which you see most of the clinics once you go, and most frequently they do urine test. And in urine test they check for infection and other things, but the most important things is glucose and protein. So the main reason they check glucose, it's an indicator of maternal diabetes. You might develop maternal diabetes. So that's why you develop the diabetic during your pregnancy. It's called maternal diabetes. And also we check protein very commonly because it's an indicator of you developing preeclampsia. So we relate your protein level and pressure just to see if you are developing preeclampsia. So in each and every visit you go, most of the facilities you go, they'll do a routine urine test where they do mostly a dipstick where they check for the glucose and protein. Another test that you'll see, it's total blood count. This includes all components of blood. They'll check on your WBCs, that's the white blood cells, which are indicators of infections, and other components, the platelets and such stuff. But the most important in total blood count we check is the HB, which will be checked on frequently. The HB is the hemoglobin level, just to see what's the level of hemoglobin in your blood. And this is important because you are carrying a baby in your body, and so we just need to see, is there adequate oxygenation for the baby? Is the blood components okay? So if the HB is very low, you might be given more supplements, but in all, most of the mothers will be given something rich in iron just to make sure we maintain an adequate hemoglobin level. But if your HB is less than 10, you might end up getting more supplements like Venofarm to just ensure you have a boosted HB. Another thing that we check, which is very common, it's a blood group. And for the blood group, we check which blood group do you fall in between A. Is it blood group B? Is it blood group AB, or is it blood group O? And then after that, we check what's your rhesus factor. Do you have a rhesus factor positive or negative? This is very key because if you are rhesus negative, you need to get some vaccine for that. And this will be done routinely in all your pregnancy. It's good you take note of your blood group and rhesus factor, because sometimes you might have an error. So it's good for you to know your blood group and rhesus factor level. But that's a thing that will be done routinely in every pregnancy. I think they will do it a VDLL. VDLL is a test for syphilis. This is a good indicator if you have that STI. Syphilis can bring unwanted abortion, whereby you deliver the baby unwantedly. So, and among other complications of the syphilis, they can bring complication to the fetus. To avoid this, because it's the most notorious STI, we do a syphilis test just to check whether you have syphilis or not. That's what we call VDLL. Another thing we do, it's HIV test, and this we do it for a couple. So it's a couple thing, and it's done twice in the pregnancy. It's done on the first contact, and then 3 months later. Yes, so this is the test which we do to both the couple, both the expectant father and expectant mother, just to know how is their HIV status, and then we start treatment if you are HIV positive as early as possible, just to prevent infecting the unborn baby. And also we take you to a specific routine antenatal care if you are HIV positive. It's a bit different from the normal routine pregnancy clinics. Another thing that we check is hepatitis. Most of the places you'll see them check between hepatitis B. Some of them which are advanced will check between hepatitis A, B, and C. So we check on hepatitis. Again, it's a highly infectious disease, just to know if you are infected or at least can treat you as early as possible. Another thing we check nowadays, it's common for us to do for every antenatal mother starting the clinic, is random blood sugar. Why do we do random blood sugar? This is to see whether you're developing gestational diabetes again. So you do a random blood sugar, and then according to the guidelines nowadays, on your third trimester, it's important for us to do OGTT. This is what we call oral glucose tolerance test. It's just to see how you get rid of glucose in your body once you consume high calories of sugars. So it's done when you come fasting, and then they do the fasting blood sugar. You'll be given series of glucose. The test may take up to 2 hours. You'll be given series of glucose, and they check on your random blood sugar as they give you glucose, just to see how much can you tolerate the oral glucose. And these are the key indicators that you're developing, can be a key indicator when you're developing gestational diabetes. Finally, and not the least, we check on TB. If you symptomatically you show signs of TB, maybe you're coughing, you're having the night sweats, and you have fever and other TB signs, we end up doing TB test, and this is because we need to treat you as early as possible, again to prevent you infecting the baby, and also to ensure you are developing a healthy pregnancy. Thank you so much. I hope this will create some positive impact in your life, and when you're going for this test, at least you have a clue why we do them. And until the next one, I wish you a great day. Thank you.